Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. We love you. We hear you. We commit to change our ways. Not later, but sooner. Right now, for your future. Youth can't wait. Put out the fire. Women can't wait. Put out the fire. Blind can't wait. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. For our children. Put out the fire. And their children. Put out the fire. And their children. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. For songbirds. For clean air. For the oceans and the lakes. Not later, but sooner. Right now, for our future. Melting glaciers. Put out the fire. Rising seas. Put out the fire. Bleaching coral. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Shrinking shoreline. Put out the fire. Sinking island. Put out the fire. Growing dry land. Put out the fire. Our house is on fire. Let bees live. Let trees grow. Let the snow fall where it may. Not later, but sooner. Right now, for the future. Right now, for the future. Right now, we are here to put out the fire. This is how we put out the fire. Time is now, we put out the fire. Our house is on fire.
We're still here, and we're going strong, and we're getting tired of proving we belong. We're still here, and we're going strong, and we're getting tired of proving we belong. We're still here, and we're going strong, and we're getting tired of proving we belong. We're still
A letter to her kids was the last thing she wrote at a place in the Bronx where she lost all hope. She tried and tried to survive and provide for conditions she faced, but too much to take. Left her 4 children in the Philippines, to nanny in the States and send her back dreams. Cause that's the way it works in poor countries where there is no work and you have to leave. For little pay, long hours, no job benefits. Fired if you tell it, just the hell of it. Abuse is what they call it, and so is slavery. To be a migrant worker is a display bravery. I imagine a sacrifice, it brings me to tears. To not see your children for so many years. Fairly belonged in our land of liberty, but some went wrong when they took her dignity. Here, even when the smoke is clear, strong, even when the hope is gone. And we're getting tired of proving we belong, but we keep holding on. Here, even after all these years, strong, even when it all went wrong. We're getting tired of proving we belong, but we keep holding on.
Yo, we've come a long way since long duck dong. Ridiculed for generations while they mock us and taunt with their chings, chongs, Rosie O'Donnell. That joke's more dumb than George Dove and your mom. What? Oh, you wondering where I'm from? Is it confusing as color skin is of an America? Isn't this the land of opportunity, rights, and equals? Well, Hollywood likes to get Asian roles to white people, but still we'll find a way to get on the tube. Props to your one and the American dance cruise. Cause that's what I call reality TV. Smack in your face while I pack y'all handles beats. If you can't recognize them, widen your eyelids instead of pulling them back. Molly Cyrus, these blind kids be keeping alive. Showing your types like a virus, but whatever ridiculous innovation did a gift, it's just to find us here. Even when the smoke is cleared, strong. Even when the hope is gone, cause we're getting tired of proving we belong. But we keep holding on here, even after all these years, strong. Even when it all went wrong, we're getting tired of proving we belong. But we keep holding on.
In the House and the Senate say we belong. We belong. We belong. On the TV and the radio, we belong. We belong. We belong.
If they mispronounce your name, say we belong.
We belong. We belong.
Stop searched on the plane, say we belong.
We're still here. Though you choose not to see us, we ain't Ivy Leaguers or tequilas only. We that lonely testimony, your stories never told. Cause you hold us up like trophies, like model minorities. But what about all the refugees of war? I speak for my Southeast Asian brethren. Peace to my family, grew up in Camp Pendleton. Like a pendulum, it's back and it's forth. Half of us upper class, man, half of us is poor. Half of us is doctors studying healthcare. Half of us is babies having babies for welfare. That's a sign of for grief, but we miss home and we die in our sleep. So don't question why I'm inspired to speak. Cause against all odds, despite your beliefs, we're here. Even when the smoke is clear, strong. Even when the hope is gone, we're getting tired of proving we belong. But we keep holding on here. Even after all these years, strong. Even when it all went wrong, we're getting tired of proving we belong. But we keep holding on.
I've been thinking about the news. Daddy leaves it on all day through. I've been thinking about the wars. And to be honest, I can't take it anymore. I hear you every day. The awful words you say. But hate can't be the face of the American dream. I've been thinking about my life and how one day I want to be a mother and a wife. I've been scared of that thought too. In a world of struggle, what are we gonna do? I hear you every day saying it's gonna be okay. But hate can't be the face of the American dream. And I know we've got a long way to go. But I've got to believe that change is a choice and it can start with me. And I've been thinking about our mother and how they took her away from her people, put her in a boarding school, away from her brother, sister, and culture. I can hear her every night saying we've gotta make this right. Cause hate can't be the face of the American dream. And I know we've got a long way to go. is a choice and it can start with me. And change is a choice and it can start with you.
I've got a body dark and strong. I was a woman not for long. You took me to bed, a little girl. Left me in a woman's world. You can take my body, you can take my bones, you can take my blood, but not my soul. Take my body, you can take my bones, you can take my blood, but not my soul.
That was a sneak peek at one of tonight's artists, Leta Neustaedter, and her work with the Boise High School Orchestra. So we'll be hearing more from Leta on this program later tonight. For now, welcome new and returning friends to another inspiring episode of Brave Troubadours. I am your host with a special co-host who I'm going to introduce shortly. I'm also the executive director of Music to Life, Stookey Sunde. As many of you know, Music to Life was founded by me and my dad, Noel Paul Stookey, of the 60s folk trio Peter, Paul, and Mary, to support the work of musician change agents in communities around the country. So glad to have you with us tonight. And working with me behind the scenes is, as always, is Brandon O'Sullivan, our producer, Sarah Morge, assistant producer, and Shaniqua Rudd, who's on PR and media. So tonight's episode takes you to Boise, Idaho, to meet a handful of local artists and support our upcoming Musician Changemaker Accelerator workshop, which will be held in Boise on June 20th. Music to Life's Accelerator workshops travel the country to help musicians create sustainable music and community-based programs. And our Boise workshop is made possible in part by our collaboration with national nonprofit Music in Common and the Boise launch of their Black Legacy Project, along with our Boise partners, Global Lounge, Treefort, and the Hive. We are so grateful for their support and their hospitality. A quick shout out to Music to Life's Boise-based board member as well, Nancy Buffington, who's helped to facilitate several of these and other partnerships in the community. So thank you, Nancy. And we've got 6 artists to introduce you to tonight, spanning genres and generations and sharing one common goal, engaging Boise through their heart-driven music and their community-based programming. And of course, this episode of Brave Troubadours is made possible by you, our amazing viewers who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Your continued support allows us to produce these shows and support our artists, so we thank you for your generous donations and your tips. And of course, if you have feedback on the show, just go ahead and get in touch via the comment box or on our website. We really appreciate your help to make Brave Troubadours the best show it can be. Okay, so now I get to introduce the secret co-host. Well, not really so secret co-host, but I'm very happy to be joined tonight by Boise-based thought leader and artist, Dio Ayodele. Did I get that right?
Yes,
Ayodele.
Ayodele, yes, that's right.
Hello. Dio's going to be
ladies.
hosting the show with me. Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
I mean, you've got a long list of accolades, but you are, among many other things, a songwriter, a multi-percussionist, a member of Afrosonics, and a founder of Global Lounge. So hello, Dio.
Hello to you too. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Coming to us from Boise. It's so good to have
That's
you
right.
here.
Yeah, glad to be here too.
Yeah, no, I'm glad this is working. I'm glad that we are connecting. We're coming to you in your living room. Is that right? Are we coming
That's
to you in
right.
your living room?
Yes, that's why I'm by my piano here. I don't play piano, but I try to pick up, some chords sometimes, so yeah. So, I'm in my living room. Thank you for, having me.
Well, I really appreciate your being here. You are a busy man, and so the time that you're making tonight is really appreciated. So, so go ahead if you want to start. I think you're introducing the first Boise
That's
partner of the
right.
night.
Yeah. Thanks again for having me. I would like to introduce Music to Life's first Boise partner of the night. National nonprofit, Music in Common and their Black Legacy Project. The Black Legacy Project is a musical celebration of Black history and travels the country to advance racial solidarity, equity, and belonging. Music to Life is offering its Boise training program to participants in the Black Legacy Project. More on their Boise program in the chat, and here are some video introductions.
What's good, y'all? My name is Trey Carlisle. I'm the program coordinator for Music in Common and co-director of the Black Legacy Project. We're so excited to launch the Black Legacy Project in Boise, where we will have community members explore themes and songs centered around race relations in the U.S., specifically the theme of where you least expect it. We want community members to explore and reclaim this relatively unknown history of racial solidarity and powerful activism in Boise, Idaho that people don't know about, and how can we carry on that legacy in the current day and age. And the Black Legacy Project seeks to be a platform to inspire ongoing conversations and collaborations around how to advance greater equity in the community. So we're so grateful that after the launch of our project, Music to Life will be able to do their work in engaging some of the artists we work with to inspire and advance greater equity in the community.
The Black Legacy Project is a musical celebration of Black history to advance racial solidarity, equity, and belonging. The Black LP is a national project produced in partnership with community stakeholders at the local level. As it travels the country, the Black LP brings together Black and white artists and artists of all backgrounds to record present-day interpretations of songs central to the Black American experience and compose originals relevant to the pressing calls for change. Community roundtable discussions help inform how these songs are interpreted and written. You can participate in the roundtable discussions, perform on the recordings and live shows, sponsor the project, and bring the Black LP to your community. Hit us up to learn how you can get involved.
Wonderful to be connected with this amazing organization and initiative. When Music to Life comes to Boise in a few weeks, we will be offering slots, as Dio was saying, in our June 20th Accelerator workshop to whichever Black Legacy Project musicians would like to join us. So that's going to be fun. Now, the first Boise-based artist we're highlighting tonight played guitar and wrote songs most of his life, singing in a family band and performing at churches before facing a personal injury that kept him from playing. It wasn't until his move to Boise, after many years without music, that he picked up a guitar and found his voice again. It's quite a story. Jesse's latest album, Next Town's Trees, was released earlier this year and has been described as a blend of folk, pop, and the feel of modern classical composers. So please welcome Jesse Blake Rundle.
Hi, my name is Jesse Blake Rundle. I'm a folk musician here in Boise, and I also run a recording studio called Mixed Metaphor on the Boise Bench. And I'm excited to be a part of this program because I think that the arts, they have both the music and the art side of things, but also the community side. And I found both to be really important in my life. And, as a queer musician, I think it's been important to me that, that people like me speak up and share their art and tell those stories and help to make it a safer space for everyone else. And I also think just on the community side that music and making art can be really isolating, so I've tried to build events into my life that bring more people together around art. And so I'm going to talk about that more in one of the videos later. So what I'm going to share with you today is a song called Hand in Hand that my band recorded for the NPR Tiny Desk contest. It's kind of my coming out story and a love song. And then I've got a video about this event called Song Share that I've been running for the last couple years, and what we do is meet once a month and Boise artists just share their songs and get encouragement and feedback and ideas for how to finish things and just connections to other musicians and kind of keep us out of our isolated solos. So I'm happy to be a part of this, and thank you.
street is empty. That street is empty. A car goes passing quietly from this to that. No one can hear us laughing. Covers thin, the air's open up above, the season's ending early, the leaves are on the ground, we walk, and we are hand in hand, and we are hand in hand. Like a glove. No one can hear us laugh. No one can hear us laugh.
So some of you might be wondering what this song share thing is, and it's really just a thing for Boise songwriters to come and show off some of the things that they're working on. We hear a lot of things that are really rough and early stages and just give each other feedback and encourage each other on our own musical journeys.
Wow, Jesse, what a beautiful way to share such a powerful message. Our next artist is not only a musician, but also a therapist, actor, arts educator, and writer. She founded Metamorphosis Performing Arts Studio to combine performing arts, mental health, and interpersonal development. She also hosts the weekly radio show, The Lovely Afro. We opened tonight's show with a glimpse into her work with the Boise High School Orchestra, and we are delighted to show you even more of the inspiring collaboration. Let's give it up for Leta Neustaedter.
Hi everyone, I'm Leta Neustaedter, and the way I would describe my music as a craft, it just depends on what the purpose of it is. I sing with the Boise Philharmonic Master Chorale and Opera Idaho, and so that's a whole kind of classical area. My solo stuff tends to be kind of more acoustic Americana, and that's around kind of the emo vibe. With bands, I tend to get more into the soul and R&B, do some jazz. It's important to me to do music that I feel like that's going to kind of raise spirits. It doesn't all have to be happy, but I tend to, I want there to be a positivity. And then when I'm my own stuff, my original music, which I don't actually perform that much, tends to have a lot of strings, harp, cello, and so it's music that is more kind of for an event or for a project. It's not songs that I would perform out at the sandbar patio. As far as challenges or barriers, I think I face a lot of the same things any musician faces, right? We tend to be undervalued and underpaid for the amount of work that it takes to actually really be good at this. And I am a gig worker solely, so I don't have any kind of a regular stated paycheck, and so it makes me have to be really transactional with the way that I approach music and projects, and I have to put a dollar amount on stuff, and sometimes it can feel like it can get in the way of just being able to help out and come do the thing and be a team player and be part of the thing, because for me it's like, this is my rent, and I don't have another way that I'm paying my rent, so if you can't pay me, I can't participate, so sometimes I feel like I kind of get left out of stuff because of that, and that's a challenge. I would say those are probably some of the main challenges that I face. One of the things I'm really looking forward to with working on this project with Music to Life is it's just collaborating with other local people. And, you know, a lot of times we aren't even aware that there's other people in the community that are really in alignment with us and our goals and are working on stuff that we've been working on too, and we didn't even realize it, you know? So I'm looking forward to making some connections and figuring out ways we can all be elevating each other and amplifying each other's efforts and joining forces to get some of the stuff done.
Tell me the story that we're here to capture. What happened at Boise Hive?
So my name is Leta Neustaedter, and I am an arts educator and an anti-racism activist and community builder, and also a musician and a performer. Laurel, who is the orchestra instructor at Boise Hive, wanted to do a concert that was all centered around certain kinds of marginalized communities and just voices that were less represented. The song that I was a part of was At the Purchaser's Option. Rhiannon Giddens had seen in her research an actual listing from an ad selling an enslaved woman.
For sale, a remarkable, smart, healthy Negro wench, about 22 years of age, can do housework and farming, for sale for no fault but want of employee. She has a child about 9 months old, which will be at the purchaser's option.
Okay, please tell us your name.
My name is Caroline DeVitro, and I'm a junior at Boise High.
So the very first rehearsal that we had, I had no idea what to expect, right? Like, I knew that the song wasn't going to be like the recorded version. It would be a different strings arrangement of it. But that's all I knew. So the very first rehearsal, the kids started playing the song, and she had prepared them so well. Like, they knew the music, they knew the notes. So it wasn't about like learning the song. So I immediately became inspired to delve deeper into what the story was and make it something that they could relate to in a way that they could access it.
Before this concert that we did, I definitely looked at my music from an objective point of view, from the technicalities of it, and I didn't think about it emotionally, if that makes sense. And this concert really, it had a huge impact on me, and I try and connect a lot more with my music now.
When you are in school reading out of the textbook and learning just page by page, you don't really get the feeling of it, really. You don't get the energy, you're just reading what happened, but when you're listening and you're actually connecting with the music and with the art, you really get a feeling, because music sends out a message, it sends out emotion.
The arts are a place to make those emotional connections and not just be discussing certain issues on an intellectual level, like learning these facts, learning this is what happened with slavery, or these are so-and-so's rights who've been being violated, but understanding empathetically, what is the story? Why does this matter? Why does this matter now? Even if it's something that seems like maybe it happened a long time ago, like making those kind of emotional connections, because that's what we do in the arts.
Day by day, I work the line. Every minute overtime. Fingers nimble, fingers quick. My fingers bleed to make you rich.
We kind of all just felt a certain energy, and it just felt very constructive.
How important it is to bring awareness to learning through art, almost, and teaching through art and sending out messages through art.
So really, I'm just actually thinking about an issue in a critical, meaningful way which is excellent because art got it there.
Kids are like, we don't need you to protect us from this. You know, this is real life. Like, we're in it. We want to learn. Stop shielding us from stuff. You know, we're in this world that can feel like really out of control and crazy. And if we don't understand how we got here and where did we go wrong historically, like, how are we supposed to fix it? And that's the opposite of shutting them down or harming them with the guilt that they felt because it was heavy. It opened them up, it fired them up, it inspired them to want to be more engaged with music in the future.
Thanks so much, Leta. It has been such a delight to get to know her. Leta is a woman of many talents and much innovation around the arts and social change world in the Boise area. So I cannot wait to meet her and work with her in person when we come to town. Before meeting our next partner, I do want to bring your attention to Music to Life's tip jar, both on the screen and in the chat. Proceeds from tonight support our work with musician changemakers like the ones you're meeting on this show. Music to Life helps these artists build the skills and the partnerships needed to make a living and realize their bold visions for community change. So your support helps us bring programming like the Accelerator Workshop to Boise and allows these changemakers to build sustainable lives of service that make the world a better place. So thank you. Next up, let's meet the Boise Hive. The Hive is a partner, wonderful partner, that's been working with us for months to help bring our Accelerator Workshop to the Boise community. I'm so grateful for their dedication, their time, their energy, particularly since they are a volunteer-driven group. The Hive's mission is to prevent suicide in the music community by offering counseling, education, referrals, and other mental health services to musicians. The Hive also provides resources and outreach through their alcohol and drug-free all-age spaces for rehearsal, multimedia, and community events. So let's hear more from the Hive.
My name is Tara Rosenberg, and I am currently the operations manager for the Boise Hive. And the Boise Hive plays an undeniable role in fostering this supportive environment. Obviously, our core mission is to prevent suicides in the music community, but empathy, compassion, support, those just all go hand in hand with serving our mission. We recognize that many musicians struggle with mental health, and we have a counselor on staff that provides zero-cost counseling services to anybody that might need them. We also work with the local universities and bring interns in that are working on their social work degrees. We help them fulfill their clinical hours that they need, and in turn, they help us. The Hive is a place where every single person is welcome, regardless of musical ability, regardless of musical involvement.
The Hive is a place where I can hang out with my friends, see lots of cool bands, see lots of bands that I love that I feel like are going to do a lot of good things in Boise.
The Hive is a place where people can come and not be judged, basically. Like, everybody is welcome.
The Hive is a place where I can just come and not worry about anything else going on, just play some music surrounded by awesome people.
Musicians or creatives or anyone that's wanting to find their own voice or find something that they can be passionate about, the Hive is a place for them to have the resources or have the capacity to explore that.
The Hive is a vital resource for the musicians of Boise. I'm thrilled that Music to Life has the opportunity to partner with such a significant pillar in our community. Next up, we have Brook Faulk and her unique music style. She currently plays in the Brook Faulk and the Family Corvidae, Swillbilly, and our all-Southern turning female trio Charmed. Brook also founded Sisters in Songwriting, a music series that highlights the creativity of women songwriters in Idaho, putting them on stage and helping them network, collaborate, and celebrate through music. Please give a warm welcome to Brook Faulk.
Hi, my name is Brook Faulk, and I'm a country music singer-songwriter as well as the founder and director of Sisters in Songwriting in Boise, Idaho. Since the formation of CIS in 2015, our organization has devoted itself to promoting and celebrating women in music, from events that range from open jams to 200-person listening room concerts. We strive to provide opportunities for female musicians of all genres and all abilities. And while we do focus on highlighting female songwriters, in the spirit of inclusivity and collaboration, we have involved many non-songwriter performers as well as men in our shows over the years. Through CIS and my personal music career, I have been involved in raising funds for various organizations, including but not limited to youth songwriter programs, cancer research awareness, anti-domestic violence causes, Shriners Hospital, raising funds for disabled or injured individuals, mental health awareness, providing support for minority communities as well as the LGBTQ community, and various veterans causes. I am honored to be among such amazing people, and I'm so excited to be a part of this show. And I can't wait to see what the wonderful folks at Music to Life bring to Boise, their connections and their resources, who are going to help organizations like mine who are trying to affect change through music and positive action. The following videos are some of my most heartfelt performances, as well as songs that I've written about and for the community I live in. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Enjoy the show.
Pretty places I could be, laid out far as the eye can see. Dancing clouds like smoke from a pipe that was rolling from my car in the middle of the night. No one knows about tomorrow. It could all go down in flames. Here's a picture of my sorrow, and I hope it don't rain. It could be like a movie scene, burning down the screen in the middle of a rain. You could say that God only knows. Maybe I'll find him. No one knows about tomorrow. It could all go down in flames. Here's a picture of my sorrow. Man, I hope it don't rain. People look for love everywhere. Sometimes it seems like no one really cares. You could say that God only knows. But maybe I'll find him. No one knows about tomorrow. It could all go down in flames. Take a picture of my sorrow, and I hope it don't rain. No one knows about tomorrow. It could all go down in flames. Here's a picture of my sorrow. Man, I hope it don't rain. Man, I hope it don't rain. Man, I hope it don't rain.
Thanks for sharing, Brooke. It's so good to get to know you and your talent. Our next artist of the night is a musician, writer, diversity consultant, motivator, and anti-racist educator. Dr. Keith Anderson works with low-income students via the Educational Talent Search Program at Boise State University and recently published the book From Racist to Non-Racist to Anti-Racist, Becoming Part of the Solution. Sounds like a book that belongs on all of our shelves. He gives speeches on an array of topics, including motivating students from diverse backgrounds, and he conducts seminars on multiculturalism and diversity in the classroom. It is such a treat to welcome Dr. Keith Anderson.
Yeah, my name is Dr. Keith Anderson. I've been performing music for 25 years, but more importantly, I've been doing anti-racism workshops for probably more like 30 years. And being able to put those two together to help the community to see what we need to do to make this country a better country and fighting racism is something that is really important to me. I try to use my music to do that and to talk in between songs and to tell people this is how I think we should do it based on my experiences. And you know, and it hasn't always been easy because I live in a city where I'm only 1% of the population in Boise, Idaho, and sometimes people think they know how things should be done even if they haven't studied it. And so my goal was to always study to show myself approved so that what I say, people can take it to the bank, so to speak, because I know what I'm talking about and I've researched. The music seems to be the thing that softens the blow to people. So anyway, that's who I am, and that's what I try to do with my music here in Boise, Idaho. Yeah, this is a little song I did a few years back, What's Going Down, a little herky-jerky blues. People doing things in the shadow of a summer moonlight. When I wasn't outside, I knew I just had to be alright. The light in my mirror said to me, nobody knows what's there. Just the same old man who I did 10 long years, it wasn't fair. So I roll back the sheets, the woman melancholy feet I wear. Going down, I feel it all around. Going down, I hear the city, the sound. Going down, I feel it all around me. When the yellow sun rose, I took a long short walk down the street. It was one-handed Sam and his barbershop Joe I had to meet. It was 100 degrees beneath the Alabama shaded trees. We're going down, I feel it all around. Going down, I hear the city, the sound. Going down, I feel it all around me. In order to love, we must not allow the haters to define us. Each and every one of us must know who we are. We must be proud and never be ashamed of who we are. Each and every one of us is part of America. And being an American should not mean giving up who we are. And as an American, we need to get to the next level of love. Therefore, America must no longer see itself as a melting pot. Because the melting pot America requires us to be melted down and become someone we're not. The melting pot version of America tells people of color, you're not quite equal until you've melted down.
The melting pot version of America tells us that we can't worship the way we choose to worship. The melting pot version of America wants to tell Americans who they can love. Make no mistake, having to be melted down and become someone else in order to live in America has never been what America is about.
That was so powerful. Thanks so much to Dr. Anderson for using his music as an advocate and an educator in the Boise community. So before Dio introduces our next guest, I do want to talk a little bit more about our upcoming Musician Changemaker Accelerator workshop in Boise. The MCA workshop is a full-day training that Music to Life is bringing to Boise on June 20th at Global Lounge in collaboration with the fine partners that you're meeting here tonight. And this workshop helps socially conscious artists develop community-based programs and mobilize the community to support those programs. So during the training, artists will learn about writing proposals, they'll learn about partnering in the community, they'll also be connected with local community advocates, and at the end of the day, they're going to present their program ideas to local business mentors. So it's a pretty powerful program to activate and mobilize musicians in Boise. We're so excited to be doing it. We founded Music to Life to connect socially conscious musicians with the training, the resources, the mentorship they need to realize their own bold visions for change in their community.
My name is Jeremy Charles. I'm a Cherokee filmmaker and music producer.
Finding people who have pretty much the exact same goals is incredible. Knowing that there are connections that I can make to help bring other people up on my upward trajectory as well is just incredible, wonderful.
You can see the light bulbs going off in their faces. What's really cool about this program is they take it from concept all the way to, and create a roadmap, help the artists create a roadmap for themselves.
Maybe starting a peer mentorship where people can just express themselves and understand it's not just for artists and stuff like that.
Learning new ways as far as marketing and branding. How can you best get your message across?
Having musical artists taking responsibility for their own, their own fate, their own artistry, and making a difference in their own ways is extremely helpful.
Mainly just be inspired on the business aspect of things as well as the music aspect of things.
Yesterday, I worked with a dozen social change musicians, all of whom now, because we went through our training program, are fired up to go into their communities and address a range of issues through these music-based programs. These are so important for music communities because they bring together people, organizations, visionaries, innovators, influencers who wouldn't otherwise be in the same place.
Hey, everybody, come out here, have a good time. This is definitely something that we need in our society, something that is very helpful. I think everyone can grow from this opportunity, 100%.
And right now we're actively recruiting local artist participants who want to bring this kind of music-driven work into their community. So if you're a Boise area musician and you're interested, or you know of a musician who might be interested, space is limited. So please go ahead and fill out or forward the brief application that's there in the chat. You can click on the link there or scan the QR code on the screen. And we do have a deadline on this. Applications are due Monday, June 12th at midnight. So try to get them in as soon as you can, and we'll hope to see you there.
Yes, there's so many artists that I think will benefit from this training. Please apply. And speaking as a co-founder of Global Lounge, we're delighted to partner with Music to Life in this effort. Global Lounge is a non-profit community center based in Boise that's committed to cultural preservation, education, and the power and beauty of diversity for individuals and community development. As Liz mentioned previously, we'll be hosting the MCA Workshop right in our space at Global Lounge on June 20th. Here's a bit more on us.
Thank you so much, Dio. I cannot wait to see you in person. I can't believe I've known you since 2020, but I don't think we have ever met face-to-face. And of course, we are so appreciative that you are lending us your space at Global Lounge for our workshop on the 20th. So thank you. Next up, we have classically trained violinist and member of the Boise Philharmonic, Jessica Harned. She has performed with a variety of ensembles and received the Governor's Award for Musical Excellence in 2018. After winning the Boise Philharmonic Graduate Quartet Fellowship, she received her master's from Boise State University in 2020 and was emboldened to speak about the life and experiences of the Black, Indigenous, and people of color community within classical music. While enjoying her time fostering conversation about representation in classical music on the radio, in the classroom, and within her own work, Harned also delights in cultivating a space for growth and empowerment in her established violin and piano studio. So please give it up for Jessica Harned.
Hey y'all, my name is Jessica Joy Harned, and I'm a classical violinist that specializes in diverse collaboration here in Boise, Idaho. I play with mariachis, flamenco, psychedelic prog rock, and R&B. On my musical journey, I have experienced the loneliness that comes with being the one and only in the orchestral scene. So my community work is based on creating connection amidst isolation. To do this, I have created a podcast called Classical Queens that focuses on the stories and lives and music of women of color in classical music. From there, I turned the podcast into a small lecture series, a live orchestral event. And currently, I'm working on producing the kind of orchestra that I would hope to be a part of. An orchestra that centers diverse voices, features newly composed music, and creates a space of safety and connection for us all.
What a wonderful performance. Thank you, Jessica. This last act of the night is actually a group I'm proud to be part of, the Afrosonics. I started this group to help integrate new American musicians, most of whom were former refugees from war-torn areas of the world. Our genre of music is described as Afro-indie, with roots in country, rock, jazz, opera, and Afrobeat. Since our inception in 2013, we've performed in a variety of festivals, and our eclectic influences help others appreciate the rich tapestry of world culture through the magic of music. Please welcome Afrosonics.
Hi, I'm Todd Dunnigan.
And I'm Dayo Ayodele.
We're part of Afrosonics. The music we make is kind of a stew, a mix of a lot of different things. Dayo's from Nigeria, and a number of people in the band come from Africa or other places. We've had people from virtually every continent on the world in the band at one point or another. So what we love is to kind of bring different people together and have them bring their culture, their experience, and their sound to what we do.
That's right. Yeah. So I always call it it's Idaho music, because this is where we all meet. It's like I brought my thing from Nigeria or other experiences where I've been around the world, and other people bring from other places, and then we have people from here. But what we're looking forward to as far as this project is concerned, because the way Todd and I handle this is a mentorship program, in a way, because even though it's a professional band, we still have people that comes in, that we mentor, that we teach, about getting access to music, being able to express themselves and putting their voice out there. So with Music to Life, the hope that is that, we'll be able to motivate these people to be what they want to be. If they want to be activists and have their voices heard in the community, that will be, avenue for them to be able to. So that's the main thing. So we're hoping that we're able to use the resources from Music to Life to also make Afrosonics more what it's supposed to be.
Tell ya, walking down, people riding them. It's not good living. I know your game is the same. Rolling stones are your arrogance, left you in the dark. She cheated on you. Shooting Jack with a big shotgun. What under they did last night? Why did you pass out? Getting drunk and rolling over will solve your problem. La 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 la
It is always such a pleasure to see the unifying power of music. I am so inspired by Afrosonics. What a treat to have Dio here and just to see some of their work. So the last partner we're highlighting tonight is Treefort Music Fest. Treefort is a multi-day music and arts festival held throughout Boise at dozens of parks, restaurants, and other venues. Since its inception in 2012, the event has been described as one of the premier arts and entertainment festivals in the Western U.S. Treefort was founded on a principle of creating and expanding opportunities for artists and creatives, as well as for communities that have historically been overlooked. Treefort is also a proud founding member of the Boise Arts, Culture, and History Anti-Racism Coalition, committed to dismantling systemic racism in the Boise community. We're so glad to have them with us as a partner. Let's welcome Treefort Music Fest.
Hi, Nathan Walker from Treefort Music Fest here. Just giving a quick shout out to Music to Life. Treefort helps support artists and creatives through the festival, through our educational programs and just providing opportunities, as well as year-round through our Duck Club Presents and some of our other educational initiatives that we have. We're excited to welcome Music to Life to Boise for their Accelerator workshop, and we hope you have a great time and learn lots to help engage our community more. Thanks.
I know it sounds like I'm trying to win you back, but there is no way. I just wanna let you know that God you got ain't gotta be me. Want somebody else to say so? Baby, please let me know. You want somebody else to say so? Want somebody else to say so? Want somebody else to say so? Baby, please let me know.
Speed the light, speed the light, hold back the light, condemn the right to fight for free.
Yeah, do you have anything to say about Treefort? Like, it'd be great if you could, just from your experience and being, you know, anything you want to share.
Treefort has become the pillar of, one of the pillars of our community, actually, as far as like arts and culture is concerned. It's the pride of Idaho, and it's one thing that we all, in the community feel that. It's a really weird concept that they put together. It's like a grassroots and kind of like a very high level festival that everybody feels that they own part of that festival, or it's their festival, and it's been, as far as like as far as that being a festival, I think they've really straddled a lot of things that's been difficult for a lot of festivals to do, because the way they, the diversity, the diverse musicians that, is presented at that festival is just amazing. So you're able to discover new musicians that you've never met before or know, and things that, so it's a great festival. And I think I actually think it's the next big one after South by Southwest, because South by South is more commercial now, as we all know. This is a real independent festival that's so that's been my feelings about that festival, actually. So
that's great. That's great. It's really helpful to have your perspective as a local on it, because I've heard so much about it.
It's amazing.
So thanks for sharing. That's great. That's great. What a heartwarming night. Thanks again to our artists, our new alliance with Music in Common and the Black Legacy Project, and our Boise-based community hosts. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please don't forget to show your support for these artists and our Accelerator program, which helps musicians realize their dreams for a better world. And if you're a sponsor interested in underwriting our work in Boise, or elsewhere in the country for that matter, please reach out to me directly. My email's in the chat. If you're an artist interested in attending the Boise Musician Changemaker Workshop on June 20th, please scan the QR code on the screen or click on the link in the chat to fill out an application. And please feel free to share these with anyone who might be interested, this information. So thanks. And finally, if you like what you've seen, please do stay in touch. We've got lots of exciting programming coming your way, online shows, artist and community stories, all from Music to Life. So join our email list, spread the word about our work, like us on social media. Join us next time for another episode of Brave Troubadours. So what a great show, Dio.
Yes.
So good to be with you.
Yeah, Liz, thank you. Thank you so
We
much.
did it. We did
yes,
it.
we did it. Thank you for bringing me out of my shell.
It was great to be with you. It's great. And I cannot wait to see you in person when we come.
Thank you. Same here, for sure.
So.
For sure. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you.
So be safe, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Yes, we'll see everybody. And thanks for joining us tonight. Bye-bye.
Put out the fire, put out the fire, put out the fire, our house is on fire. Put out the fire, put out the fire, put out the fire, our house is on fire. We love you, we hear you, we commit to change our ways, not later, but sooner, right now, for your trees grow. Let the snow fall where it may. Not later, but sooner. Right now, for the future. Right now, for the future. Right now, we are here to put out fire. This is how we put out fire. Time is now, we put out fire. Our house is on fire.